Hi everyone. Sorry, could you just mute yourselves? Actually, let me just mute you all. There we go. Okay, perfect. So thank you for joining the call. So someone has obviously invited you to this call to explain a little bit more about what our business opportunity is. So what I'm going to do is to talk you through very top line, our products and what we do and why the business just really makes sense. So hopefully by the end of the call, you'll have a better understanding whether it's something you or maybe a friend or relative of yours may be interested in if it's not for you. So I'd just like to start by telling you a little bit about myself. So I joined the business 2 years ago. I joined the business at the same time I started using our products. So before Juice Plus, I was actually working full-time in a managerial role, in a corporate role. I was also studying 2 nights a week for a diploma in marketing. I was a mum to a 6-year-old at the time. She's 8 now. A wife, always busy working, never had any time, never had any money. I worked long hours, but you know that feeling when there's always more month at the end of the money. Well, that was me. So I was always kind of looking for something else, always. If you're just joining the call, would you just mute yourselves, please? Thank you. So there was always more month at the end of the money for me. So a typical day for me, I would get up, drop my daughter to breakfast club, travel into work, spend an hour and a half traveling into work in a job that I absolutely hated. And then I'd come home, dinner, bath, bed. I'd be back to working, back to studying. That was my life, really. Never had any time for me, any time whatsoever. I was in a very different financial position than what I'm in now. I owed out a lot of money. I was always working, just never had any money. I previously had to sell a property for less than what I could afford, which actually left me owing so much money. So when I found out about this opportunity from my school friend, you would think that I'd jump at the chance, right? Well, I didn't. I used every reason not to join the business. So I said I had no time. I didn't have time to build a business from a mobile phone. But actually, what I did do in the evenings, when I did have a spare hour or two, I would, watch TV. I'd watch the soap, so I had time for that, but I didn't have time to build a business. I said that I didn't have the money to join. It's 50 quid to join this business. £50 investment. I tell you what, I would absolutely pay 50 grand for it now. So I said that I didn't have the money. So what I did, I actually worked out what my weekly spend was on luxuries, things like coffees, and didn't think anything of spending £2 on a cup of tea or £3 on a cup of coffee. But I didn't have £50 for to join this business. So they were the reasons I used not to join. I also kept saying that other people are already doing it. Other people in my area are already doing it. I won't make any sales. I'm not a salesperson. Most of my customers in the last 2 years have been people that I've met since joining the business, not people that I already know. So they were all the reasons that I used not to join the business for a good 4 months. I also thought it was a bit of a scam, if I'm being honest. I thought it was too good to be true. No one can make that much money that quickly. Well, it's definitely not a scam, let me tell you. At the time as well, my diet wasn't great. Some of you might know that the government actually recommend that we have 17 to 13 fruit and veg every single day. That's raw portions. Who has that? I never had anywhere near that. Probably not even 1 or 2 before I joined this business. I was very stressed out working mum. But when you have that enough is enough moment. So someone at work, basically, I found out that she did the same job as me. She'd been doing it for 2 years. I'd been doing it for near on 8 years. And she was actually earning 13 grand a year more than me. And I thought, right, okay, something's got to change. I'd been working every hour under the sun for my corporate job, and I'd never got any further than a manager. So I thought, right, okay, I'm going to give the business a go and see what happens. I had no idea what I was doing. I had about an hour's training. Still didn't know what I was doing, but I just thought, you know what, I'm going to earn as I learn here. So that's exactly what I did. I became my own first customer. So instead of me going into work every day and buying, like a medium caramel latte I used to get pretty much every morning, I stopped doing that, and that money went on my products. And I started on what we call now as our gold plan. So the shakes and the capsules, and that actually cost me less than my coffees did. So in my first month, I lost a stone. But by month 4, I felt a massive, massive impact on my stress levels. My hair was stronger, my nails were longer, my skin was better. I used to get psoriasis, that had all gone. And these weren't things that I was expecting. I thought it was just a weight loss product. So at the end of month 4, my business grew massively, because by then I was absolutely in love with the products. And we get paid to love the products. We get paid because we love the products. We don't love the products because we get paid for it, if that makes sense. So, I mean, who would have thought just by changing your diet and introducing bulletproof products that this could actually happen? I wasn't stressed anymore. That was such a big thing. I can't actually remember the last time my husband asked me what was wrong, or why I was snapping, which was our usual daily conversation. So yeah, as I said, our products are pretty much bulletproof. We've got 37 gold standard studies, and to have one gold standard study on a product, it means that scientists and doctors, they take a drug, or a product or something like that, but they don't know what it is. So they would take our capsules, our fruit, veg, berry capsules, and they wouldn't know what it was. To them, it would be in a blank pot, and they would test it, test what we said it would do. And we've got 37 of those. So that just absolutely proves that it does what it's meant to do. Studies can take years and years, and we've got so many. Not only that, but the fruit and veg as well. If you think about the quality of the fruit and veg that we all have now, from when that journey when it's picked, it's a business for most people. Most people that grow fruit and veg, they look at it as a business. So a lot of them are grown with chemicals and stuff like that, and they're not picked at the ripest standard. Juice Plus actually grow all of their own fruit and veg, with local farmers, and it's picked at the ripest standard. So when that goes into your products, you are getting the best quality. So yeah, just something to think about. So our capsules as well, they're actually bioavailable. So that means that you're getting all of those fruit and veg straight into your blood system. 98% of what's in our capsules goes straight into your blood system. So basically, if you're using the products like what I did in my first 4 months, if you're using the products, you are going to feel great. You might already be using the products and you already have your own product story to tell. And that's why you're here. It's even easier for you to build a business. The business just makes sense. The formula is simple. You take the products, you feel great. It really is that simple. So since then, my business grew massively. So from my first month, I was a little bit of a slow starter. So I actually earned £114 in my first month. I thought I was going to smash the business. I got 3 new customers in my first month, and one of them was me. So I didn't smash it, but it just proves that you can absolutely do it if you stay consistent. My highest paid month to date has been £11,000 in just 1 month. Now, I'm not saying that to brag at all. I'm just saying that to show you that it's absolutely possible. When people don't believe me, you can earn a lot more than that in this business. And, I've actually showed people bank statements when they haven't believed me. That's in 1 month. Like some of our uplines have earned, a lot more than that. People don't even earn that in a year. So it is completely life-changing. And I've done that literally from a couple of hours every single day. I'm not exaggerating. Sometimes I might do more than a couple of hours, sometimes a little bit less, but usually on average about 2 hours every single day on my mobile phone. And if you're a busy person like what I was, traveling into work, I've got myself an hour there. I can be on my phone. Traveling back from work, that's another hour. That is exactly how I built my business. So now I've absolutely paid off everything that I owed, from the £300 on my Argos card to the big loans that I had secured on a property that I no longer owned. I've literally gone from being the most shy, unconfident person ever, to talking in front of 3,500 people. You don't have to do things like that in this business, but the opportunities have been given to me, so I've just grabbed them with both hands. I've been given tickets to Wimbledon Centre Court. I've been taken to Marbella. When we went to Marbella, our uplines paid for us to have an absolutely amazing mansion villa. It was like something from Judges' Houses in X Factor. It was just unreal. Every time we go away, my business just grows and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The company itself, the Juice Plus company, are absolutely insane. They've been around for over 40 years. The company that owned Juice Plus has been around for over 40 years. You know, it's well established. There are people doing this business now that were doing it before social media even existed. You know, people that have been on the products for like 30 years. So it's not a new thing. Social media is the new thing, not our products. I was also asked to go with my husband to California early this year. So it's just incredible. You know, if you want to travel or anything like that, the opportunities are just insane. I was promoted last year, actually, whilst I was in New York. And the beauty of it, you can literally work from anywhere. You've got internet access. I literally sat on Times Square. I was able to go back to New York again this year, and I sat on Times Square and had processed orders because I got really good signal there. So you can literally build this business from anywhere. But now, I mean, I spoke a little bit about me, but one incredible lady I would absolutely love to introduce you to. She has been a real inspiration to me, but she's absolutely changed my life. She's in my team. She joined my team, I think, in the second or third month. We were starting off together. We had no idea what we were doing. But whilst I had 3 customers, first of all, just through sharing what I was doing by talking to people and on social media, this lady got something like 32, and she really showed me how to build the business. So I'd like to hand you over to my cousin Claire Marsh, who's going to tell us her story now.
Hello, not too much pressure. And you just made me realise that I haven't changed my name on here. I'm still on here as Claire McQuillan, but anyway. So yeah, a little bit about me. So 2 years ago, I got involved in the business. As Lucy explained, she introduced me to it. Firstly, she actually asked me if I wanted to do a detox, so like a free 7-day detox. And I'd seen Juice Plus on Facebook, and like most people, I honestly actually believed that the pictures were all fake. And then when I saw Lucy posting about it, I was a bit confused because I knew she worked for a really good corporate company. You know, thought she had plenty of money. She looked amazing, and I was a little bit confused. I was like, why is she doing this? And then she rang me up and she told me about this detox, and she's like, look, just give it a go, it's amazing. I was like, all right then. So I did the detox for a week. I lost 5 pounds. At the time I was 9.5 stone. I was back to my pre-baby weight. I was one of them annoying people that just got there, and didn't really think I had any weight to lose. So the fact I lost 5 pounds, I lost 3 inches off my waist, I was like over the moon. And that was without any products. But my mother-in-law, I had my wedding booked for a year later, and my mother-in-law wanted to lose weight. So we went half each on a gold plan. And I just said, look, I'm not going to use the shakes because I'm not interested in the shakes. I'm just going to use the capsules and see what happens. Oh my God, after 2 weeks of taking, so I was on all the capsules, and after just 2 weeks of taking them, my energy levels were like massively increased. And after 6 weeks, and do you know what, this is a funny thing, I wasn't bothered about my weight, but everyone kept saying to me, you've lost weight. And I thought, no, I really haven't lost weight. Anyway, I checked and I'd lost a stone. And then the best thing for me, which was better than that, was my eczema. I had eczema down my shins, and that went. So I remember ringing Lucy up and I was like, oh my God, my eczema's gone. And she was like, babe, that's amazing. And I was more or less doing the job of a rep anyway. Like, I did used to spend quite a lot of time on social media. So I was already putting on social media, you know, like some of my foods and what I'd lost on the detox. And I had people ask me about it. So Lucy was like, Claire, this is crazy. Like, why don't you just join the business? You love it anyway. She explained to me it was £50. And at the time, I was actually on maternity leave from my job. I was a detective in the Metropolitan Police at Plumstead. I worked in domestic violence. And I was on my maternity leave, and I was down to the last few months where you're going to get no pay. So she was like, it's 50 quid. What have you got to lose? And to be honest, I was thinking about this today. I never actually said, like, I haven't got time. I've got, you know, 2 little kids, an older son. I didn't really worry about putting it on social media. I didn't worry that I already knew people that were selling it. I just thought, do you know what? I love these products. I really want to help other people. People are already asking me about it. So even if I just get my 50 quid back, or just pay for my products, then like, why not give it a, no, I just thought I'll just give it a go. So I did. And as Lucy said, I had no idea what I was doing. I actually went to like a caravan holiday in my first month. And I remember Lucy rang me up. She was like, hey, do you realise you're going to get promoted? I was like, what? And like, one of the positions is called SDD. I thought she said STD, and I was like, what do you mean? What does that mean? She's like, you're going to get a bonus. And anyway, I got paid, my first month I got paid £560. So it was like £510 profit in my first month. So obviously then I was like, this business is insane. Like, I was expecting to literally earn about probably my 50 quid back. So yeah, and then I started to build a little team. And then in the October, I went back to work in my job in the police, and I was doing 3 days a week, but I was doing 9-hour days, so really, really long days. And then a year went by. So basically this time last year, I got a new boss, and the job I was doing, although I was a detective, I wasn't in a detective's role. I was dealing with high risk domestic violence victims. And my boss basically wanted me to leave that role and go into a role where I would be back on an investigation team, which meant doing shift work. So I'd be doing early turns, late turns, more nights. I'd be getting my days off cancelled to go to court with cases and things like that. And it basically meant I would lose out with a lot of time with my children. Like, my children at the time were 4 and 1. Yeah, 4 and 1, coming up to 5 and 2. And I didn't want that. I really, really didn't want that for my children. So, and I tried to explain this to her. Like, I wasn't just like, oh, I'm going to quit. Really, really tried to explain this to her, but she just was not having any of it, and was like, look, there's the job there for you. You either take it or you have to find something else. And I just thought, you know what? I'm earning what I earn part-time in the place. I'm earning now anyway on my business. So I resigned. And it was amazing. I walked out of that building on my last day, and it was like a massive weight had been lifted off my shoulders. Like, it was a crazy, crazy feeling to just walk away from that. I did work part-time for a little while in a couple of other jobs, as well as still doing my business. But now I just do this, and I love every second of it. I've got an amazing team that just, we're just growing day by day. It's just incredible. And do you know what the best thing is? It isn't the money. The best thing is helping all the other people. Like, when you get people message you saying like, oh my God, thank you. Like, you know, I feel amazing. Not always about weight. There's so many other things that people benefit from. And it gives you so much job satisfaction. And yeah, it's incredible. And what have I managed to do with my money? So basically, me and my husband, we got married last October. We had every little extra thing we wanted there. I paid for, we had a videographer, karaoke, and a photographer, which, don't get me wrong, for some people, maybe you can afford that. For me, that was like a real, real treat. We were just going to have a photographer, but I paid for that. When I got my last bonus for the promotion I took home just under £3,000. So I literally paid for that with that money. And then for our honeymoon, we went to Florida. So we asked for money as a gift from everybody, but obviously it's still super, super expensive. So all my Juice Plus money went towards my spending money, and we went there in April. We took our 3 children there. We had the most amazing holiday, for 2 weeks. And I took my little girl to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, which is where they get done up as a princess. And I literally went in there and I was like, whatever she wants, she can have, whatever, just let her do it all. And I didn't even have to worry about it. And if I had still been in the police and didn't have this extra income, I wouldn't have been able to do that, without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, that's it really, Lucy. I don't know if there's anything you want me to add, if you've got any questions or anything.
Oh, thank you. That is amazing, Claire. You've actually made me well up a little bit talking about me like that. I absolutely love it. I love your story. Thank you.
Right.
So what everyone else needs to know about Claire is that she is actually going to be promoted this month. She's on track. So she's hopefully going to be getting a £3,500 bonus. So it's pretty amazing. That's on top of her commission as well. So watch out for this one. So basically, how else do you earn money in this business? High level, we get paid on orders that we bring into the business. You get 10 to 20% commission. You get paid from your team's orders as well. When you start building a team, you don't get paid to bring someone into the business, but you do get paid on how well they do. So if you bring someone into the business and they start doing well, then you're going to be paid on that. And then you get the bonus structure as well, which is absolutely incredible. It goes from £300 to 28,800 in 1 month. It's absolutely insane. You get paid on effort. We take our products, we live a very healthy lifestyle, and we share it with people. We share it, you know, lots of different ways, using social media, face to face, events. It can be as much or as little as you want. This business really is. It's exactly the same way as, you know, when you recommend any product to a friend. So I went to the cinema today with my daughter. I've told 2 other mums about the film, recommended it. Now, that cinema hasn't contacted me. They haven't given me any money for doing that. I've just done that through love. But this business, you know, when we take our products and feel great, we recommend them and we get paid for it, and we get paid well for it. So if you've got literally half an hour in a day, even if you haven't, even if you've got 15 minutes in a day, or even if you just think, I need to change something in my life, I want to build something up around my current commitments, and I want time freedom, you know, because that's exactly what this business does. I'm now in a position where I can leave my full-time corporate job. Juice Plus has become my main income. So if I can do it, you know, around my busy schedule, then absolutely anyone can do it. So please, please, please speak to the person that invited you to this call, and hopefully we will see you soon. Thanks, everyone.